Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Pagey here, once again with another video on Suicide Squad. Now, the highly anticipated Suicide Squad film is just over a month away. I can't believe it. This year has gone insanely fast. It only feels like yesterday that we were all watching Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, which is just incredible. But with a new group comes new characters, which you may not be that familiar with. One of these characters is the one that I am really looking forward to seeing on screen for the first time in live action, and that is Captain Boomerang. I'm not including that version we saw on the Flash Arrow crossover because, to be completely honest, he was pretty shit. Now, the reason I'm looking so forward to Captain Boomerang in Suicide Squad is pretty simple. He is Australian. As I am Australian, I think Captain Boomerang is really interesting, mainly due to the fact that Australian comic book characters aren't really that prominent. Even though the character of Captain Boomerang is really outdated and represents a more uncivilized version of modern Australia, it is still pretty damn awesome to have an Australian character in such a big film that I know I am going to love. It's also pretty damn cool that he is played by an Aussie who is Jai Courtney, so we will at least get an authentic accent, not some dodgy Hollywood attempt at an Australian accent. So let's get into it. Who is Captain Boomerang? How did he become a villain? And what are his abilities? Now, Captain Boomerang, otherwise known as George Digger Harkness, had a pretty rough upbringing in rural Australia with his mother and stepfather. We're going to call him Boomerang for the rest of the video because it's just much easier to say. Now, Boomerang never knew his real father, who was a toy maker in the USA. Now, growing up, Boomerang realized how talented he was with, a boomerang. He adopted the name Captain Boomerang after he ended up working for his father's company in the States as the mascot for a line of toy boomerangs. Now, this mascot was called, you guessed it, Captain Boomerang. However, he was readily mocked and ended up turning to a life of crime, but decided to keep the name of Captain Boomerang as well as the costume, which sort of explains why the name and the costume look a bit corny. And for those that don't know, Captain Boomerang is actually one of the villains in the Flash's Rogues Gallery. He's also incredibly racist, sexist, and really just anything that makes someone come off as sort of scummy. So don't be surprised if he comes up with some offensive comments in the movie when it finally comes out. So let's go through his abilities. So I guess the most obvious one is that he is very skillful and adept with a good old boomerang. But he also modifies the boomerangs with explosives and other little gadgets to make them even more powerful and useful. It's sort of similar to Green Arrow, how he has his modified arrows which do different things. Boomerang is also pretty useful when it comes to hand-to-hand combat. Now, we will see him throw boomerangs throughout the film when it comes out, obviously. But we will also see him use the boomerangs in very creative ways when it comes to close quarters engagements as well. Whether that be using them almost like a reverse nunchuck, or even using them as like a dagger, which would be pretty damn cool. Now, the last thing to talk about when it comes to Captain Boomerang is really his attitude. He only really cares about himself. Now, in the film, I wouldn't be surprised if we see almost like a short story arc where he may fork away from the team and let them be the ones in danger, but later on realize that he is in this team and squad and puts his life on the line to defeat the bigger evil. Hopefully he won't die in this movie, as I want to see him in a Flash movie at some stage, or even Suicide Squad 2 when that eventually comes out. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave your opinions in the comment section below. Are you excited to see Captain Boomerang in Suicide Squad? Obviously we have cool characters like the Joker, Harley, Quinn, Deadshot and stuff like that, but I definitely think Captain Boomerang will be one that a lot of people will find pretty funny. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.